Hi and welcome to my new video. This time I'm reviewing a Gsteel Gshock GST-B100 with all analog displays and even a more premium special edition model. The new Casio Gshock Gsteel Tough Solar GST-B100 series now joins the Bluetooth-equipped Casio watches offering connectivity with smartphone. The Gsteel Tough Chronograph GST-B100 watches use the Bluetooth connection. First, to sync the time with one's smartphone. This one happens 4 times per day, and it also automatically detects and adjusts whenever one enters a new time zone. Then there is an app for controlling various features of the watch, such as alarms, setting a second time zone to display at 6 o'clock, as well as switching the times between the main dial and the second time zone sub-dial. Other functions include a Find My Phone and the ability to check the watch's remaining battery life. The battery is light charged with Casio's Tough Solar technology. And you can see the focus of this watch is its connectivity and Bluetooth function, because they have even moved their standard position of mode button to the top, making Find My Phone and Connect buttons much easier to access. Bluetooth button also has a beautiful color detail and engraved Bluetooth logo. Watch strap is very well made, but the buckle could have been made better. Tougher, I would say. The app really makes life easier when setting the watch, and use of it in general. Compare it with using the instructions, it's piece of cake. The GST-B100 is not too large, or it's not too huge. It's noticeable on your wrist. The face gives the impression of a very deep. The screw, the hands, the mini display, they are all perfectly readable. Another cool feature and eye-catching thing, probably this model's bullet point, is the rotating disc, which is actually a battery level indicator. The blades rotate, leaving the darker color below. This way you can monitor the battery charge level. The more of the color you see, the greater is the need for you to recharge your watch. The disc also indicates the state of the alarm when in the alarm mode. Let's see now what are the watch face indicators and overall condition of the navigation through this watch's functions. First of all, I previously said about this rotatable disc that Casio calls it the turbine rotors look-alike. Then there is the gear hand over here, which indicates the mode of the watch that's currently in, and on the other hand you have the days of the week in the English letter, so you have Saturday through the Tuesday. Now let me show you how I don't know if the camera can catch it, let me zoom it up so you can better see the gear up there. There it is, you have the stopwatch, and when I press the mode button over here, the watch will screw through the mode. So you have your stopwatch mode, and take a look at the sub-dial. It will try to align to 0, so it will measure the time correctly when I do activate the stopwatch functions. Next press of this mode button gets us to the timer mode, and you can see it by observing this point over here, and it indicates to timer. You have the alarm mode. The second hand pointed to off, which indicates that the alarm is off, and there is also the inscription of on, indicating the alarm is on. Next press of the mode button and higher pitch of the sound gets us back to the calendar mode, and the gear hand over here indicates the day of the week. They call it the calendar mode. Previously they called it the standard timekeeping mode. Basically it all rounds now to the model. The crown of this watch is a screw-lock crown, and it has the two positions when you unscrew it. So you have the first and the second position, so you can pull it to the first and second position. This sub-dial over here is the secondary or the dual time zone time indicator, so you can watch the time in the other time zone using this indicator over here, or the minute and the hour hand. And this smaller even I haven't seen a smaller AM PM indicator on the Gshock models so far, but there it is. It's the actually used for the dual time mode to indicate whether is it AM or PM daytime in the second time zone. Over here you have your numbered value of your day of the week. What are the other functions? Previously I said that this turbine is a battery level indicator, but it can also be used as the minutes counter in the stopwatch mode. And basically that would be all for this review part. If you want to know more, stay tuned and continue the watching of this video for a detailed tutorial of this watch. Welcome to the tutorial part of this video review. And before starting off with the segments or steps how to set your watch, I'm going to say a few things about the Casio's tough solar movement. So what it is to say about tough solar movement? Well, basically this is a solar powered watch, which means that it will recharge its battery when exposed to the sun. Previously I've talked about the battery indicator in the review segment of my video. A key feature I want to say is that the battery level indicator is an option on this watch, meaning that there is a battery level indicator on this watch, and it is there are two steps or two stages with the battery indicator. Step 1 or phase 1 is the second hand stopping at 12 o'clock, and it will engage when a watch is left in the dark for approximately 1 hour between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. And the step 2 of the battery saving mode is that the when all hands align at 12 o'clock, and that happens when the watch is not exposed to a sun for 6 or 7 days. And that is basics of the watch tough solar movement. I'm gonna put in a table for you to see what are the charge levels needed to watch to step from phase 1 to phase 2 when it comes to recharging the watch. Setting the time and date on GST-B100 in the manually. Well, first of all, I want to say that when you synchronize your watch with your phone, the phone info will automatically update the time zone, and it will show the correct time. The watch itself will autocorrect the time on itself 4 times a day when connected with your phone. But let's go through the basics of setting the time and date manually on this watch. This is a screw lock crown, which means that it has to be unscrewed to access the crown operations. So let's unscrew it, and it should pop out, and there it is. It's a slight movement of the crown that you will feel on your fingers. This crown has the ability to pull out to 2 clicks, which means that you have to pull your crown to the second click to engage or enter the setting the time and date mode. So once, twice, and we are in the currently in the mode of setting the time and date on this watch. Now the second hand is in the correct position, although it may not seem like it at first, but what you can see right now is the second hand pointing at P, and by the second hand, by the minute hand, there is also A indicator right over here. The A stands for AM and the P stands for the PM. So currently, when you're setting your time, that means that your main time zone is in the PM region. First in a row of settings is setting the hour and minute values. So how to set those values? Well, that's done by rotating your crown. And there's ability of this watch to achieve a fast rotation of the hands, and that's done by simply rotating the crown faster. And there it is. And it's harder to achieve, and there it is. Again, for some reason I have the previous models, and it would engage a fast forward or fast hand movement very easily. Then the movement on this watch. Notice that the dual time settings also changes in accordance with the current time setting. Crown operations is disabled with the dual time hour and minute our hands are moving. So maybe that is the reason why it's not engaging a fast forward movement instantly. Now, once you have set your hour and minutes value, simply press the mode button. And next in a row of settings is the month and day setting operation. Now, pressing the upper button that is indicated as the light button, it will change the month value. Currently, you see that the second hand is pointing to number 9, indicating that this is the ninth month of the year, September. But let's see if it will change. Yes, it will. So I will get back to 9 because that is my month. While in this mode, rotating the crown over here will change the date. So let's see if it will change it fast or slow. Oh, it changes slowly. Well, not so slowly. I have models that will change even slower than this. But I will return to the 29th of September. I'll probably use a time lapse over here. And there we are, back at the 29th of September. Once you're done with your day and month setting, pressing the mode button over here will get us to the next step, and this enables the year's 10th digit setting operation. Now, rotating the crown will engage the seconds hand, and it will stand for in the 2020. This indicates that we are changing the second part of the year value. So we are changing the 2020. So we can change it to 2030, 2040, or 2050. So currently it's 2030, 2040, and so on. But I'm gonna get it back to 2020. Next press of the mode button over here gets us to enables the year one digit setting operation. So rotating the crown again, so we are currently at 2020, but rotating the crown gets us to 2021, 2022, and so on. I'm gonna get it back to 2020. And those would be the basics of the setting the time and date. Once you're done with all of the settings, simply push the crown back in all the way and screw that crown back in so it would not let the water inside and humidity in general. And with that, we are done with the setting the time and date manually on this watch. Configuring dual time settings. Dual time lets you keep track of the current time in another time zone in addition to your current location time. So let me zoom in so I can show it better. So this subdial over here is the dual time, and this is the dual times focus. Okay, and this is the dual time AM PM indicator. Very small, I have to say, but there it is. Now let's get back to the procedure of setting or configuring dual time settings. Unscrew the crown until you hear the pop or feel the pop on your fingers. It's a gentle pop. And there it is. Now pull the crown out to the first click until you hear the beep on the watch, and there it is. Now this causes the seconds hand to move to 12 o'clock. Now to change the dual time setting, you can rotate the crown and get you to that, and you can only change the dual time setting in increments of 15 minutes. So again, I'm saying that this is the manual setting of the dual time mode on this watch. There is a much better way to do it on the your phone or using the Gshock connected app. Once you're done with all of your setting, simply push the crown back in and screw it back. The stopwatch mode on this watch is accessed from the calendar mode, pressing the upper left button, that is the mode button, until the gear hand over here indicates the STW. Now I'm thinking that you will not be able to see it, but because of the hour hand, but this arrow point over here will move over here, so it will engage the stopwatch, and the seconds hand will align at 12 o'clock. The subdials over here will align its hand at the 12 o'clock. Now, what is what on this watch dial when we engage the stopwatch? So the seconds hand shows the seconds. This is the 24-hour, the small AM PM that's used in the dual time indicator. For the AM PM is the now 24-hour indicator. The smaller subdial indicates the minutes and the hour values. How to measure the stopwatch, how to measure the elapsed time? Well, pressing the upper light button, it will start. Using the same button, it will stop. Same button to resume the measurement. Same button to stop it, and the find button to reset the values. Now, how to measure a split time on this watch? Once we are in the stopwatch mode, pressing the upper right button, it will engage the stopwatch. Pressing the find button, it will split the time, and pressing the upper button to stop the value. Again, use the same button to reset the measurement value. Those would be the basics of a stopwatch mode on this watch. Adjusting watch hands. There's a possibility for you also to use the app when adjusting watch hands, but when you are not able to or not in the position to do that, there's the manual way of setting those settings. Now we have to pull the crown out to the first click, but first we have to unscrew it. And there it is. So pull it to the first click and you heard the beep. Once we are there, we are going to hold the find button for about 5 seconds, and this causes the seconds hand to perform one full revolution and enables the adjustment of second hand alignment. There it is. So currently our hand is aligned, seconds hand is aligned correctly, and you can see it, but you can use the crown to fine tune it. So currently I'm pretty satisfied with my seconds hand. Now pressing the mode button enables the adjustment of hour and minute hand. So the hands should align at 12 o'clock, and they are very well aligned. But if they are not, you can set their alignment using the crown, so rotating back and forth you can set it correctly. Pressing the mode button again gets us to the battery level indicator. So you have to rotate the crown until the battery level indicator appears. Well, currently it should appear like this, but when it appears like the full or the darker color is visible to you. So when I previously talked to you about the battery levels, I indicated that there is a variety of the battery level indicators. So this gear hand or this propeller can show partially battery level. So currently this is the good position of your turbine or gear or the battery level indicator dial. Now you should align it when it looks like this. Once we are done with that settings, pushing the mode button again enables the adjustment of small hour hand, small minute hand, and small 24-hour alignment. So I'm talking about these dials over here or these hands over here, but as you can see, it's very well aligned. But rotating the crown again will align the small and the hour hands with 12 o'clock and the small 24-hour with the 24 o'clock, oh sorry, 12 o'clock. Now pressing the mode button once again will engage us to the adjustment of the mode hand. The mode hand should be aligned with the S, so you have to rotate the crown until the mode hand over here is stated or pointed to S. So my hand is aligned properly, so there is no need for me to fiddle with the crown, but the procedure is very simple. So rotating the crown will fiddle with the the mode hand. Now pressing the mode button again enables the fine adjustment of day indicator alignment. So you have to rotate the crown to align on number 1 in the center of the day indicator. So luckily I'm on the very easy part of this video because the watch doesn't have to wind too much to get to number 1, but the mode hand moves in the conjunction with the crown rotation. So aligning the mode hand with the S and aligning the number 1 should be in the conjunction. Once you're done with all of your settings and it's all done correctly, simply push the crown back in, and those would be the basics of setting your or aligning your watch hands properly on this watch. Once you're done, simply push the crown back in to ensure air tightness and water resistant level to be achieved. Now all there is for the watch is to get to the calendar mode or show the correct time. So I'm gonna use time lapse so you can skip this part. And there it is. All of our hands are aligned correctly, and we are back to the standard timekeeping mode or the calendar mode as Casio calls it. Welcome to the part of this video where I'll do a review of the Gshock connected app on the GST-B100. First of all, let's run the Gshock connected app, and you have your watch on the left side, so you can monitor them both simultaneously, the app and the watch. There's a cool intro to this app. So let's see what there is. I have to read the full text specific about the Casio's applications. Also this part over here, they make you scroll through the and allow to turn out the Bluetooth. Okay, now let's find the watch. It's the Gsteel GST-B100. I go press on that, and says I have to hold down the connect button for 2 seconds. So let's go. There it is. Register watch to the app. Let's see if the second hand will move to connected, and yes it is. Yes it did. So the connected that's over there, CR, and straight up, the app says my home time or my home city. That is Sarajevo, and the time of the watch should be synchronized even if you are not in your if the watch is did not came preset to your time zone. It will automatically align that time zone to your current time zone. So there's the overall guide. To cancel the connection, you can press the there's the alarm. Let's say I want to see what is the alarm, so I can manually set the alarm functionalities over there. I can set the world time. Let's see that. Let's say I want to go to New York time zone. Set this city to watch. I guess it will automatically align the lower subdial of the watch. Yes, there it is. There it is. It's rotating the subdials, minute and the hour values. Now let's see what does this gear button up above do. You have your watch, phone finder settings, operating checkout, checkoff. Let's see what's the phone finder. Oh, this is the volume of your phone finder. Operation sound, you can turn it on or off. It's turned on. Set the time for connecting. Time adjustment, probably the most useful part of this application, and actually that was what it was made for. Adjusting the home positions, very cool option, because a lot of time I get asked how do I set do that, and there's a possibility to do it manually using your watch PDF instructions, but this is way easier and much less time consuming. Summertime setting for home time, so you can set your DST, turn it on or off. So we are closing the period of the year when the DST will be turned off. So those are the basics of this app. I would say very cool features of this app. Not too much, but this is the in no way a smartphone, so nevertheless you get cool options for the watch. Basically that would be all regarding the app. How to delete your pairing info. So first procedure is to unscrew the crown and pull it to second click. So here we go. Pull it to the second click. And there it is, you heard it. Now holding down the find button for about 5 seconds. And this causes the second hand to make a full revolution. And there it is. That means that the pairing information has been deleted. Now simply push the crown back in and we have successfully deleted pairing information. And with that, I will conclude this video review. Thank you very much for watching. Please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more watch content. Thanks.